online. We are live now with Susan Chase, and the focus today is how we are able to show homes, all homes that match your criteria, including homes that's not available online. Okay, Susan, we are live. All
Hi.
right, so today we want to focus on how we are able to show homes that match your home buying criteria. So imagine you guys, if you're thinking of buying a house, imagine, do you guys know, you know, right? There's a lot of homes that match your criteria, including homes that you cannot see online. How many of you, put it on the chat below, how many of you are interested to have access to homes that match your criteria that's hard to find online? For example, homes that's not yet available to the general public. Like, for example, for sale by owners, new homes, new constructions, homes that's previously listed, bank foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, probate, hot homes. You guys know what a hot homes is? It's homes that are housing and urban development. What else, Susan? Homes that's, give an example of homes that's not yet available to the general public.
There's another category called pre-sales. So they're new construction, not even on the market yet. And there's different levels of pre-sales, right? Some are still a hole in the ground, some have framing, but those are the ones that are really cool because a lot of people, they want a house and they want it now. So if you have a client that can wait a few months, then they can get a pre-sale new construction home. So it's super cool.
Yes. And Susan, today we are broadcasting this conversation live. So there's many home buyers watching this and also many outside real estate agents watching this. And they're asking themselves, like, how are you able to show all homes that match the buyer's criteria, including homes that's not available online? So can you first of all, before we go into the mechanics, how are we able to show homes that's not available online? Because before we go into the details, Susan, can you share your real life story? How are you able to help our VIP buyers clients get into homes and their homes is not available online? Can you share a real life story?
Yeah, real life story. It takes a lot of work actually, because if they're not online for the consumer, they're not online for us either. So what I do is I listen to my clients and what they want and what area they want. And sometimes they're really specific about maybe a certain radius. And what I'll do is if they identify a home that they like, then I will take an offer directly to the owner of the home. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But my last two deals that I just put in the escrow have been new construction. So they're not even on the market. So what I did one day, just driving up and down the streets in the areas that they want, and I called on every single builder that's building. One, to find out is it for an owner that's just doing a nice remodel for themselves, or are they selling it? And so I found 17 in a 10 block area, 17 new construction in a 10 block area, 10 by 3. So 10 blocks one way, 3 blocks another way, 17 new constructions. I was floored, like what? This is crazy. So anyhow, I called every single one of them and found out which ones were selling or willing to sell beforehand. And a lot of them are like, well, it's a rising market. Why would we want to sell it now? And I said, because you got a buyer who wants to pay you now. And it took a little bit of negotiating, to first, get to the right person, the decision maker on the other side. But once they found out how interested my buyers were, I was able to construct a really competitive offer. We're only competing with ourselves. There's like no other people, which is another nice thing to find these off-market new construction properties. There's no competition. So, but because it is a rising market, 4-6 months down the line, prices are still going to increase. So, the sellers and builders are not willing to really take a cut at the front end, even though they get some of their money to help with the construction costs, because they know they can just build it and then charge the premium later. But my buyers didn't want to do that. They want to know that they have some place to go to in the future. And so I was able to work all that out. And those are all off market.
So let's dissect that a little bit, Susan, because many real estate agents are watching this and they're like, how are you able to, you said this, you know what the buyers are looking for, so you know exactly in details, exactly what is it that they're looking for. And then you actually go look for homes that match their criteria, including homes that's not yet on the MLS. So when you say things like that, then the real estate agents who's listening to that, like, wait a minute, how are you doing that? Right? Because traditionally, most the industry norms and standards, Susan, is the way real estate agents look for homes is they go to the MLS. Now, the problem with that, this is the problem. Today is February 2021. That means as technology becoming more and more advanced, the moment the listing gets inputted into the MLS, it gets syndicated to over 15,000 end user websites, right? So now the consumers already seen the home online. So if the agent only go to the MLS and emailing them homes to the buyers, homes that the buyers already seen themselves, then now you look like a joke, right? The buyers are laughing at you, like, dude, buddy, I found this home last night. So now the reason, Susan, Susan can show homes every day that match our buyers' criteria, including homes that's not yet available online outside the MLS, because this is the key. If many real estate agents watching this is the key, because Susan is not relying on the MLS for her income. This is what I meant by that, okay? Susan know how to set, negotiate, and collect her own buyer's broker fees. Let me repeat that one more time. I know many real estate agents say, what are you talking about? You have to assume on the MLS, all buyer's agent commission are zero. Assuming all zero, then you need to know how to set, negotiate, collect your own buyer's broker fees. It's actually the same thing like when you go to a listing appointments. When you go to a listing appointments, you come to an agreement with the owner of the house. Hey, this is how much your commission is. This is how much your fees are when you represent me to sell my home. Now, the reason Susan can every day, like even now, look at her, she's on the road somewhere looking at homes. The reason you can look for homes that match the buyer's criteria, including off-market deals, because Susan, you are not relying your income, you are not relying on the MLS for your income. So now you can go to any house, you can put an all-cash offer because you know how to set, negotiate, collect. Now, Susan, can you share from your perspective, what does it mean? Because most people don't know. First of all, Susan, do a quick introduction, how long you've been in business, and this concept on how, when you learn how to set, negotiate, collect, how does it benefit our VIP buyers, clients?
Yeah, so I've been in business for 7 years, and I have the Chase team down here in Southern California, and we work the South Orange County, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, the coastal cities, also up in the San Gabriel, Pasadena, so we cover all the areas. But really, the main reason why we can do and what I do is because there's a huge team, being part of Rudy's company. So I don't have to do all the minutia. I have time to go and look for these homes because I'm not worried about doing all the other admin kind of things. We're, tending to my deals, all the documents and stuff. There's a transaction coordinator. We have a huge team behind us that really supports the outside sales agents. And so that's a huge thing that, when I was doing this earlier, like the first 6 years as a solo agent and doing all of that, I didn't have time to go.
Yeah, Susan, I'm sorry to interrupt. You bring up a really good point there. Number one, Susan said, well, the reason I can have the time to look for homes that match my client's criteria is because, number one, I don't need to do any more prospecting.
Yeah.
Like your phone, Susan's phone just ring with clients. That's basically what Susan is saying. Like, dude, I don't need to go prospecting, but I have time. That's a good point, Susan. But today, Susan, I want to emphasize on your skill. Yeah, that's a good point, though. I don't want to discount the fact that you no longer have to do prospecting. You no longer have to do door knocking, prospecting, cold calling, because the clients has been provided. Now you have time because everybody have 24 hours in a day, right? But not Susan. Susan doesn't have 24 hours in a day because behind Susan's, there's 100 people working for her, right? So 24 hours, everybody work 8 hours. So Susan, you don't have 24 hours, you have 800 hours. You have 100 people behind you. You have our marketing team, you have our inside sales team, your admin team, you have everybody working for you. So you just focus on one thing, looking for homes that match your client's criteria. So you are a superwoman. You have 800 hours. But okay, so we understand that. That's a good point. I don't mean to discount the fact that you are part of a team, but can you speak on your skill, the fact that you know how to set, negotiate, collect? You are not relying on the MLS versus before when you, because you've been in the business for a long time, before you are relying on the MLS. Can you speak on that? Because I think that's becoming very, very important. Later on, I'll share with everybody, Susan, why it's so important.
Yeah, well, let's see. So I have to back up though, because I do door knock, but I'm not door knocking to prospect. I'm door knocking with an offer. So I have the buyers to bring to sellers. And I think that's a big game changer because most people, when they're door knocking, they're looking to list that home. Well, I already have buyers. They've identified the home they want. I just have to go and knock on the door and present the offer and then take it from there. But with these off-market deals, it's because there's an agent on the other side on some of those pre-sales and the new construction. They understand the whole commission structure. So that's an easier thing to negotiate than it is with an owner, or setting, negotiating, collecting the fee from the buyer and having the buyer take care of that. But with all the training, it's easy to do because we have the knowledge to do that, and we do it in a way that is pretty innovative. I don't know, it works and it makes sense. It makes sense. The people, they go, oh, that makes sense. How come we don't do this all the time? I go, I don't know.
So the key is this. If you're a real estate agent watching this, what Susan just said is this. The reason she can focus on looking at homes every day that match our clients' criteria, including homes that's not yet on the MLS, because Susan knows how to set, negotiate, and collect your own buyer's broker fees. If you know how to set, negotiate, and collect your own buyer's broker fees, then now you are no longer relying on the MLS for your income. Once you are no longer relying your income on the MLS, now you are being free. Free to do what? You can free to focus on looking for homes that match the client's criteria. You are no longer bound to the inventory that's listed on the MLS. Susan, many real estate agents now, they are saying, oh man, the market is so hot, there's not too much inventory. But when people say things like that, there's not too much inventory, they are referring to the inventory that's available in the MLS.
Yeah,
however,
that's right.
There's many other homes that's not on the MLS. Give an example, Susan. What are some of the homes that's not on the MLS?
For sale by owners, right? The expired listings that didn't get sold the first time around, those are pretty motivated by sellers. People who don't even know they want to sell their home, if they get an offer that comes out of the sky, maybe they would want to sell.
What about like your deal, Susan, the one that you are in escrow now? How many new homes in the area?
17.
17. Out of 17, how many in the MLS?
New construction, none. Zero. Yeah.
Okay, so like that. If you only look in the MLS, then you wouldn't even find that. That's just happening this week, right? How many deals you put in this week like that? 2. So if every day, Susan, see, most real estate agents, the industry norms and standards, when I first get my license in 2007, I was trained to just send emails. So imagine, Susan, if you're just emailing the clients' homes, that's automatic email from the MLS, the clients would have been cheated. When I say the clients are cheated, meaning like these two families wouldn't even get their dream home because that 17 homes is not even on the MLS.
No, but I can't rely on the MLS because once it's on the MLS, they have access. They're looking at homes all the time. And if I'm providing any kind of value, I have to know the inventory and create inventory before they even know about it. Because if I say, hey, let's go look at this home, and they say, well, I've already seen it online. Well, then what do they need me for? So I have to be 2 steps ahead of them, or even 5 steps ahead of them. So I have to know the area inside and out. And even just because I walk my dogs around and I talk to the neighbors if they're out in their yard, and I just chit chat with them to find out what's going on, who's selling or whatever. And that's how I get to know the area too. So it's not just sitting behind my computer, getting on the MLS and seeing what's new on the market, what's come on, what's come off. Like, yeah, I do that, but that's just a part of it because that's not going to win any points with these savvy buyers. These buyers are super savvy, and with all the technology and everything going on right now, I can't be on par with them. I have to be the professional. I have to be the one in the know before they are.
Yeah, I mean, we are not saying we don't use the MLS. Of course, we use the MLS. We are a member of all the MLS here. But I'm talking about in addition, like Susan said, right? If all you do, you're just emailing homes, you add no value in that transaction. This is in addition to homes. Like now, Susan is always out and about looking for homes that match the client's criteria. And then you pick up the phone and then you show them homes, right? You cannot email them homes because the home doesn't exist. We cannot email homes that doesn't exist on the MLS.
Right. You can't.
Now, let's bring it up to the email, Susan. You received an email from your MLS yesterday. Can you share, because not only we have many real estate agents now watching this video, Susan, can you share, in essence, what is the email that you received from the MLS yesterday?
Well, I received this email, and you did too, that said that next week on the 15th, the listing broker has to put the cooperating brokers commission online, just like 3-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,000 square foot home. And by the way, the buyer's agent's going to get X%. So that is something that will be transparent for buyers looking. So now they can see everything, which shouldn't scare us because we all have to make a living and things cost money. But I don't know. I mean, the only time a buyer really knows how much it is when they're looking at the closing documents before they.
This is coming up next week, you guys. If you're a real estate agent watching this, check. It's already in your email. Maybe you delete it. It looks like a spam, but I'm telling you, it's not a spam. Okay, so you read this. Basically, coming up on February 15, all across California. I don't know, maybe it's all across United States. I don't know about United States, but for sure across California, when you open up, when you go to the online, like when you go to a consumer facing website, it's gonna look something like this. Check it out, Susan. You can see, bam. So it's gonna look something like that. Buyer's agent commission being publicized online, right? So what we teach here at your home sold guaranteed realty is that basically the way we treat our clients, buyers and listing is equal. Now, this is just for the sake of conversation, just for fun. We have many real estate agents who's watching this. If you guys are not familiar with what's happening, let me give you a cliff note version of what's going on. Initially, the genesis of this is coming up to 2020, last year. So last year, there is this class action lawsuits against the National Association of Realtors. Essentially, what it's talking about, it's basically talking about this. the Department of Justice is alleging the MLS of prohibiting competition, right? Basically, they want, so just read, you guys can read the article yourself. But so I just want to fast forward today. The settlement is saying that, okay, we will publish on the MLS, we'll publish all the agents' commission, no big deal. But essentially, what it's talking about is that, of course, we as a real estate agents, we have to show all homes that match the client's criteria, regardless of commission. Now, Susan, you know what's funny about this? When I read this couple of days, when you call me, when you show me the email from the MLS, and then you show me this, you know what's funny? We here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty for the past 10 years, it's actually been part of, for the past 10 years, this is what we've been doing. We've been telling all of our clients that, hey, we'll as our VIP buyers clients, we show you homes every day that match your buying criteria, including homes that's not available online. In fact, Susan, just for fun, I'll show everybody. I'll show everybody our VIP buyers agreement. So this is nothing new for us. So when we saw that email notice from the multiple listing service, I was like, okay, so what's the big deal? I don't know. You know what I mean? Because here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, if you look at bullet point number 3, I highlight it now. If you are our clients, this is basically what we do. Number 3, we will research and locate properties not readily available online and contact you when one or more homes match your home buying criteria. This includes unlisted properties, bank foreclosures, new constructions, for sale by owners, homes. This has been around for the last decade, right? And the reason we can do this, so it's not because we have some secret formula or we have some secret list. The truth is there is no secret. The truth is we, like Susan mentioned just now, we train here every day for the past decade here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. We train our real estate agents on how to set, negotiate, and collect our own buyer's broker fees. See, in the past, you guys, if you're a real estate agent watching this, you cannot run around town and tell people that, oh, my buyers, my fees are free. It's not free. It's illegal for you to say that now. It's coming up. Check your email on the MLS. Not me saying it, right? Check your email. It's coming down all the way from the National Association of Realtors, starting February 15, which is next Monday, right? So our fees are free. Our fees is not free. So the seller's gonna pay. The seller's gonna have a credit to the buyers, and then the buyers pay you, Susan, as the buyer's agent. There is a buyer's broker fees. So the learning lesson that I want to share to the real estate agents community is that you guys, you need to learn how to set, negotiate, and collect your buyer's broker fees. You better learn fast before next week, before February 15. Let me share with you. Let me share exactly what the National Association of Realtors saying. Okay, so because I don't want Susan, I don't want people to think it's me. It's not me.
I wonder how fast, because it's different than what we've all been used to. So I wonder how fast things will switch.
Yep. So that's why we are doing this video. We want to help the real estate agents community. Hey, okay, so here, this is the summary from the National Association of Realtors. This is fresh from the oven. So I want to help all real estate agents here, okay? So it says here, basically, the first paragraph is basically saying that the MLS will publicize the buyer's agent commission. And then number 2, it's basically saying that to reaffirm. That means it's nothing new, actually, that you as a real estate agent, you must provide the consumers with all properties that fit their criteria regardless of the compensation offered. That means if you don't know how to set, negotiate, and collect your own buyer's broker fees, how are you going to deal with zero co-op broker fees, right? So that's a different skill.
And also, if a buyer is seeing these homes and then you're like, hey, here's a list of homes, let's go see it, and the one that they want to see isn't on your list because there's like no commission, then that buyer is going to be like, well, what happened? How come you're not showing me the home that I really want to see? And then you can't say, because there's no commission, So yeah, people are going to have to figure it out, like you said.
Yep. And check it out here, Susan. And I'm trying to help real estate agents here, okay, in general. Now, outside agents, if you're watching this, you cannot run around town and tell the consumers that buyer's broker service that you are free. It's not free. Well, unless you really charge like zero, like you don't get paid from anybody, right? You cannot say it's free. That's why on the MLS, starting next week, February 15, the buyer's agent's compensation will be publicized for the general public, for the whole world to see, because it's not free. So what's the solution then? If you're a real estate agent watching this, I'm like, wait a minute, so what's the solution? Well, simple. Like what we have been teaching our agents here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty for the past decade, the simple solution is step number one. You, real estate agent, you have to have an exclusive listing, exclusive buyer's representation agreement. Here in our company, we call it our VIP buyers. You call whatever you want to call, but the point is, it's kind of like the listing agreement. You need to have a listing agreement with your buyers. That's it. And on that listing agreement, it will set forth your fees as a buyer's broker agreement. So that way the consumer is aware, like you, Susan, right? When the consumer working with Susan, the consumer is aware, oh, Susan fees is X amount of dollars. That's it. So there gotta be an agreement upfront between the consumers and you as the buyer's agent. So it's a simple fix. So that's number one. That's what we call setting your buyer's broker fees. Once you know how to set your fees, which is as simple as basically you have to have a listing agreement with the buyers. And then the second thing is that you need to learn how to negotiate it, meaning how are you going to actually get paid, right? That's a different type of training. And then step number three, how are you able to collect that? So that's why it's a three-step process. You need to learn how to set, negotiate, collect your buyer's broker fees. Now, if you're a real estate agent watching this and you don't know, you like to learn more how to set, negotiate, and collect your buyer's broker fees, I'm inviting you for what, Susan? What am I inviting? No, I mean, I'm inviting you to join us next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at 10 o'clock, I'll be doing a free master class, no cost, no obligation. Tuesday at 10 o'clock, that you learn how to set, negotiate, and collect your buyer's broker fees. All you need to do, call 626-789-0159. Again, call 626-789-0159 and ask to speak to our operation manager. Her name is Nu. It's spelled as H-N-O-U, Miss Nu Song. I-O-N-G. Her name is Nu, H-N-O-U, and ask her for the details on how to join the next master class. It's a 90-minute class next Tuesday at 10 o'clock, where I'll show you you can learn how to set, negotiate, collect your own buyer's broker fees. So you are not relying only on the MLS get paid. Susan, any last words how you can help? Let's go back. That's my little commercial, Susan. That's my little commercial. So back to you. How are you able to, so bottom line, how are you able to research and locate properties for the consumers, including homes that's not available online? Anything else you want to add?
I just get in my car and I drive around, or I walk around. I'm physically looking. I'm getting off the computer, because everyone can do that. But will people walk around and look around at the areas? So I'm really putting in the effort, because I have to. I can't have my buyers telling me they found a house online and they want to go see it.
Yeah, and you are right, Susan. The real estate agents here at your home sold guaranteed realty have a little bit unfair advantage than the normal agent because, like Susan, don't need to worry about where is the customer come from because we just put you, we connect you with the buyers who's looking to buy and sell, so you don't need to worry about looking for customer, right? So you have a little bit more unfair advantage than a normal real estate agents. Basically, what you do, you just every day you are just looking for homes that match for the buyer's criteria. You don't need to worry about where is the next transaction come from because the company provided.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. So that's, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learn how to at least get you thinking. If you're a real estate agent watching this, man, the time is changed. You better skill up, learn how to set, negotiate, collect your own buyer's broker fees. If you're thinking of buying a house watching this video, call, if you're thinking of buying, when you call any real estate agents here at your home sold guaranteed realty, have a peace of mind that every day as our VIP buyers clients, if you are our VIP buyers clients, every day we will show you homes that match your criteria, including homes that are hard to find online, like for sale by owner, unlisted properties, bank foreclosure, new constructions. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Make it a great week. Hey, Susan, I know you are busy showing homes, and thank you for joining on this impromptu, unplanned. Thank you for joining, Susan. Make it a great day. Drive safe, Susan. Have a good day, everybody.